lesbian representation. Why does it matter?
Hello, you guys. Now, throughout this week, I'm pretty sure you've all been wondering why I wear this rainbow ring. I'm pretty sure you've all guessed it. I know, I'm just gonna come out and say it. I'm left-handed. I know, shocker. Oh my god, never guessed. Growing up left-handed, a lot of people have called me weird things, or just called me weird. Kind of like, you know, when you start writing with your left hand, people be like, holy shit, you write with the left hand, how do you do that? I grew up like this, but I mean, and a lot of people have had these like weird kind of surprise reactions. And I thought that I'd seen all the surprise reactions that we're already see in the world, right? Like all the weird faces, but then I came out as gay. Representation is something that we often, as human beings, we often seek in media, in everyday life. And growing up, I often, like on TV and on screen, I saw left-handed people, and I thought that, you know, oh, this is me. And then I saw Barack Obama, and I was like, oh, if he can be the president of the United States, I can grow up to be something equally as awesome as him. But then I grew up and representation kind of changed for me. Because when I found out I was gay, that was a little bit different. Coming out at 19 is pretty late, but it did not take me very long to have seen every single TV show, movie with lesbians there is to watch. I, on Netflix, have refreshed the gay and lesbian section on Netflix. I've refreshed it countless of times, literally so many times. And it's always the same. It's always a man and a woman, they get married, and then the woman runs off and falls in love with the florist at her wedding, or two women are married, but then this one of them turns out to be, you know, bisexual or straight anyway, and then she ends up with them again. Or one of them dies tragically. Usually that one gets shot. So then, after being very tired of rewatching Glee several times, this amazing thing happened. I don't know if you know this show, The 100, but this show came out, and this character shows up. Her name was Lexa. And Lexa was very fierce, she's very strong, she's very independent, and she was also the commander of 13 clans. This, of course, means that she was in charge of a lot of people. She turns out to be lesbian, and she kisses the bisexual lead character, who's also a girl. And we, of course, you know, are very, in the LGBT community, very happy about this. We have this great couple, they're very well represented and very well thought out in this TV show. And on screen, the chemistry was amazing, it was impressive. So naturally, we of course were very excited, but also very, very worried. Because as an LGBT member, when you see yourself on screen, it never ends well. It just doesn't. So some of the fans went into on social media platforms, and they asked the producers and the writers to not kill this character off. And the producers and the writers, of course, promised not to do this. And then, you know, when you don't see yourself on screen a lot, you of course become very hopeful, and some may say naive. So we got this big scene where they basically declare their love to each other. We were so excited. And then 3 minutes and 34 seconds later, the lesbian character was shot. 3 minutes and 34 seconds. I calculated. I went in and counted. And for 3 minutes and 34 seconds, we thought we had a shot at a happy ending. But I mean, again, we were left, you know, kind of disappointed, but also kind of disappointed in ourselves for believing that we would finally get this happy ending. And I was very frustrated about this. I was very irritated, and I tried to tell my parents. I was like, this thing happened, and be very sad. And my mom didn't understand what the fuss was about. But the thing about my mom is that she's white and she's straight. She's already represented in the media and on screen in a positive way. She wouldn't know what it feels like to be killed off on TV, because she always survives. And if she doesn't survive, there's another one who will represent her in a positive way. People who are already represented in the media and who are already represented on screen won't have to look for it. But we look for it, and we hope. And we just get disappointed again and again and again. So you would ask me, why does this matter? Why does it matter so much? It matters because when my 11-year-old neighbor told me, before I came out, she said to me, "Ew, I'm not marrying a woman, I'm not a lesbian." And that was because she didn't have any positive representations or in her surroundings. It matters because when you don't have gay uncles, you don't grow up with two moms, you don't grow up with a gay neighbor, you won't know that we're not as different as everyone else if all you see on TV is us getting killed off or written off because the diversity plotline didn't match the story the TV show was trying to make. It matters because when the media keep representing us in a bad way, the society will continue to look at us in a bad way, and we as human beings will continue to think that we won't get a happy ending in real life either. Thank you.